Hello, this is Marsha and welcome to my garden diary. Today is the 22nd of June 2021, and we're focusing today on another type of sedum. And this sedum is called Sedum Reflexim Aureum. So the blooms are quite like other sedums in that they're small star-shaped blooms, and they're in clusters. But this one has quite a bright yellow color, and it rises up quite a bit from the rest, so it does have a stem. So normally the plant itself will look like that, and it can act like a ground cover, but then it grows up like this when it flowers, and it's quite interesting and also attractive. It's nice looking. So as you can see, the color is a vivid yellow, and the blooms are in clusters. So even though the blooms are small, they are quite noticeable, not as individual blooms, but as a group together in the cluster that they're in. And these blooms bloom in summer, around this time in June, July. And the insects also enjoy having these in the garden. So I have these at the border at the front, so it does give a nice color. It's right beside the corn plants, which are still going strong. Well, okay, maybe strong is an overstatement. There's still some blooms, but these have been blooming since May. So these were some of the first plants to start blooming or flowering in the garden, and they're still going strong. And we've had some quite warm days here and there right beside the corn plant. So we see that for sedums, the blooms do rise up quite tall here. So they don't stay that flat. So beside it is another sedum that is not so tall. That might be about 6 inches. This is another sedum here that is more to the ground. These are blooming as well. And these might be about 12 inches tall then. So I have some here, and they plant themselves out. They're quite easy to have in the garden, and if given the chance, they will plant themselves out in different parts of the garden, because I see them in parts of the garden where I didn't plant them. And it's quite easy in that you could just take some of these, just take them up and put them down where you want to have them. You don't have to you don't even have to plant them. You just place them on the surface of the earth or of the soil, and then they will just start growing roots and plant themselves out. So I have some here, and those I planted intentionally, but I have some over there under that ginkgo tree. Those I did not plant. They just got themselves over there. But I left them because they're doing okay there. It's okay. So those I have there, and then I also have some over here. And look at that color. I really like the color, and I like the fact that it grows up on a stem, but the stem is not there all the time. And just look at how many bumblebee, bee, different types of bees are even in there. I mean, to be honest, I guess I subconsciously I knew that there must be different types of bees, but now I can actually see them. So there is one type. There over. I can see. Try to focus here. So there are at least two different types of bees that I can see. There's another type there, and they're really going to town on this plant here. There are also ants over there. If I can go a bit closer. So this must be quite a sweet plant because the ants are really, I mean, okay, all plants have some nectar on it, but these are enjoying themselves here. Yeah, so I have these here as well. And again, the color is really nice. Feel like the nice yellow here. Then this is a nice plant to have. And I have it at the front, but as I showed before, you could also have it at different areas. So you could have it, I have it around a tree there. Also, not so many there. Yeah, and I'll show you this too because it's there, but it's also planted itself out. There are some sprinkled there. There are some over there beside the roses. So I'll just keep an eye on those and I'll just basically leave them because they are so low maintenance. They don't take a lot of food from the other plants, so they're not stifling the other plants. They're not really doing anything to the other plants. So wherever they are for the moment, I'll just leave them there and then I'll see how it goes if I like what it looks like. So just looking at the rose bush that I worked on yesterday, and then I want to go to our cherry tree, which I hadn't focused on at all, but in a couple of days we will be able to pick cherry because they're getting ripe over there. So our little cherry tree as well. There are just so many plants in this garden. Some are just opening, some are already spent or need to be cut back. The baby breath is getting huge, filling out the space over there. And then there's some things that I need to work on. So quite a bit going on in the garden, quite a bit to do in terms of getting rid of weeds. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing right now in the garden is to stay on top of the weeds. In some places I can't walk through anymore because it's like there I could be able to walk around there and go to the other side, but now I can't do that. Everything it's quite packed over there, which is what I want. I really like that. But there are places where, like here, the asta is spent here. I need to come in and I need to take care of this asta because I don't want all of those plants to get mature, the seeds, and then plant themselves out. And I'm going to cut it back way back this year so that it can grow stronger. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Sorry, did I just say that's it for today's video? That's it for today's video. That was Sedum Reflexim Aureum. Yeah, that's the name that I still had in my head. That's why I couldn't speak properly. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I highly recommend the Sedum sedum plants for garden. If you want a garden that is very low maintenance, you have sunny areas, and you don't want to do much, then this is the plant for you. And it really has beautiful yellow blooms. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.